Salutations everyone, this is Razor here talking about the new girl on the block, for competitive mode at least, Brigitte. Yes, she has been in the game for a few weeks now, but we haven't got to play her in competitive play, just quick play and arcade, and we couldn't even play her when it was between seasons, even though she was going to be available and it wasn't really part of a season. Anyway. So she's out, and people have kind of been wondering, where she's going to fit in. Is there going to be a Brigitte meta, a triple, support meta? Is she overpowered? Is she useless? We kind of see this whenever we get a DLC character, right? Anna comes out, oh, she looks pretty good. Comes out, everyone says she's useless, and then she gets buffed, and then she's a goddess, right? Sombra gets shown as people start playtesting her. And people are like, she's gonna rule the entire game. Tracer might as well not be in the game because Sombra is everything that she can do except better. Until Sombra actually comes out and nobody plays her. She's not very usable. She's not gonna do as much damage as Tracer. She's kind of a lone wolf kind of a player and isn't gonna have, the greatest survivability when she's not near her health pack. And, then she got some buffs and is in a pretty good place right now. But initially people were like, she's game breaking. Everything's going to change. Who's Tracer? Sombra's the best character ever. And, Doomfist comes out. Everyone says, oh, he looks to be pretty good. Actually, he's great. And then he comes out, everyone says he's OP. He's super OP. Gets super nerfed. And then slowly but surely, bug fixes, tiny buff here, tiny buff there. Now he's in a pretty good spot. And, I think Blizzard is kind of going a little overboard with some of the nerfs that they're doing to some characters. And they're a little bit too quick to act, I think, in certain circumstances. Brigitte, for instance, has already been nerfed twice. Her ultimate charge rate was nerfed on the PTR like 2 days, I think, after she came out. And the combo, the dreaded combo that people have seen gifs of against Tracers, where you bash and you swing and you whip shot, you instant kill a Tracer. The window of being able to pull that off is a lot more difficult, and it's not guaranteed in as many situations, but still can happen. It's just not as safe and perfectly easy to do. People have kind of been wondering where she really fits in the game. So some people are like, her CC is insane. Her shield bash is super OP, and the fact that her rally armor stays on your teammates, even after the fact, makes it sort of a pre-fight ultimate to where you get everyone's armor up and then you go in, or you win a fight, you still get to keep the armor, so you're already at an advantage for the next fight. And people just don't really like, how strong some of her kit is. But at the same time, she doesn't really fit as a healer because she cannot output the same amount of healing that Mercy or Moira or Zenyatta or even Lucio can when played properly. Obviously, we've all seen those characters not played properly, but when they're played somewhat properly, they're definitely going to get more healing from Brigitte. She needs to be more active in the healing process. She needs to do damage in order to heal, and her armor pack does a little bit of chunk healing as well. It's really nice for topping off a character that's about to go in, catching, it'll heal a Tracer a lot quicker than a Harmony Orb will. And, if your Genji's going in with his ult or Pharah's going with her ult, those are really powerful options because of how quick it is. Even though it's not a lot of health, it definitely helps the squishies a bit more, but also adds a little bit of armor if you're over healing them. And obviously that armor will start to dwindle down. But that's kind of where people are taking her. They're taking her not as a healer, but kind of just like, I feel like she's the most complete character in the game, honestly, in the fact that she's the only character that can heal her teammates, block damage, and do some damage herself, right? Mercy can do a ton of healing. She can't really do much damage. A lot of characters, a lot of the tanks can block, but unless you're going ham with a Diva or you're pocketed as a Reinhardt, you're not going to be doing a ton of damage. And, Brigitte can also CC people and can be a big thorn in their side. And she makes fights last super long. I'm going to highlight this little attack on Eichenwald, where we were just getting our shit pushed in, right? We're only in the last final seconds, but I have Rally, so we go into Initiate. I'm able to block some damage, There we heal somebody, take out the Torbjorn and his turret, and the Lucio, so we finally get onto the point. Pop rally, Winston isn't going to be a problem. I could CC whipshot him for days, going to be doing some sort of healing, but the rally is keeping me in the fight. They throw the Hanzo ult at us, that's doing some damage to a few folks. I take out the Lucio so he can't stall out the points real quick. The Mercy goes into her Valkyrie ult, so I kind of top her off to make sure that she can't fall, and we're going to get all of that healing at her. They throw another ultimate at us with Winston, and these fights with Brigitte, especially if there's two Brigittas, we finish off the point there, and a little bit of a, yeah, come at me, Boro, here with my golden weapons. If you have two Brigittas on the field, then fights can last a long time, especially with the ultimate. You know, without the ultimate, she's not gonna be able to last super long. She can get focused down pretty easily. Doomfist is actually really, really good against her. You know, if she shield bashes his punch, then yes, he can instantly be knocked out because he's such a big character, and if he doesn't have you know, multiple abilities off of cooldown or any sort of shields on him, he's going to be a super duper sitting duck. So, you know, she can definitely disrupt him, but he's more useful at disrupting her because a shield is not going to block a punch, and she's not going to be surviving a ton. She has that shield. It's not, you know, a big shield, doesn't have a ton of health, but it's nice to give your other tank a breather, so she can kind of function as a tank, kind of function as a healer, you know, passively as well as with her health pack. But, you know, while she cannot heal as much as the other healers in the game, the block damage and the armor provided, I think, absolutely makes up for that. It doesn't mean that you only need one other healer. If you're going to go 2-2-2, you're absolutely going to need a main healer to pick up the slack of Brigitte, since she's not going to be healing even as much as the other Hoff healers out there. But the utility that she provides with the armor, the ability to block damage, those are two things that you don't have to heal. So even though she's only doing, say, 2,000 or 3,000 healing, she's also doing 2,000 or 3,000 block damage and 2,000 or 3,000 armor provided, you know, and that's just on attacking or just defending. And when you come out to a full game, that blocked damage and the armor provided can actually give you a lot more value than healing in, you know, certain circumstances. So that's why so many people are running. We're hearing about the triple support meta being a thing, which I don't think is going to be a thing, especially since triple DPS would shred triple support. And obviously, I think if you have any trouble with Brigitte, you can just go in there with, you know, Junkrat damage, because he counters everything, Doomfist to disrupt, and a flanker to deviate attention away from keeping one or two of those healers up. So I don't think we have to worry about triple support being a thing, but I think she's a very complete character. I don't think she needs to be nerfed right now. People are saying she shouldn't be able to shield bash so quickly, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine as it is right now. Her ultimate, I think, is pretty good. It's kind of on par, maybe a little worse, maybe a little better than Drop the Beat in certain circumstances, but the timing of it isn't as crucial, so it's a little bit better and easier to use in that flavor of things. But also her ability to just disrupt things is crazy. You know, tanks are going to have some trouble with dealing with Brigittas, but, you know, a coordinated attack is absolutely going to take her down. If she doesn't have shields, she's a sitting duck, even more so than a Reinhardt is, but she can defend herself. She can do some decent damage if you're in a brawl, which is going to make her much more useful in matchmaking than, say, the Overwatch League. I wouldn't be surprised if we only see Brigitte in like 1 or 2 maps, if that, in Overwatch League. You know, when she does become part of the character pool, possibly in stage 4, I would hope so, because she just doesn't be able to fit as well. You know, people can counter her much more easily at the highest levels, and can kind of stay away from where she can threaten. But where Reinhardt's good, she's going to be good. They complement each other very, very well, and she can help your Reinhardt take out the enemy Reinhardt in case they're running a Reinhardt Brigitte as well. So it's a very good give and take. You know, she's not going to be a main healer. You don't want to run Lucio Brigitte, you're also going to want a Moira in there, and triple tank, triple healer definitely can be a thing on certain points that will be super duper useful. And she can stall out a fight a lot, not on her own, granted, that would, be a little bit too strong, but I feel like she's in a really good spot right now. She's going to be useful on like 5 or 6 maps. Those big open maps and a lot of escort maps, she's not going to be very useful on. So like, rule of thumb, if Reinhardt's good, she's gonna be pretty good, but also she's also gonna be a little bit better than Reinhardt in most situations just because of matchmaking. She's gonna be able to take care of herself a little bit better than Rein, and her ability to help out her teammates is just gonna be a little bit more easier to do. It doesn't require as much synergy, it doesn't require as much communication. So I think she's a good character. She fits very well and is definitely the most unique character in the fact that blocking damage, healing, providing armor, CCing, and doing some pretty decent chunk damage with her combos as well can be a little bit difficult to see as value on the field just because she's not going to be doing as much healing. Kind of the same fact that you don't really see sometimes the big impact that an Ana can have with her nade and her sleep dart. Those can definitely change and swing fights without having to heal a ton, and Brigitte is not going to be able to heal as much as Ana in that respect either, but she kind of has a lot of the same intangibilities that you aren't going to be getting credit for. So I think she could be pretty prevalent in matchmaking. You're going to be able to get away a lot more with her. But I don't think she'll become suffocating really at any level where you're like, oh my god, I can't believe they have a Brigitte. Because you'll always be able to out-heal her if they're running 2-2-2, and if they're running 3 supports, then that's pretty easy to out-damage, as long as the tanks are given their space. And so I think she's good. I don't think she needs buffs. I don't think she needs nerfs. I think we need to take a seat back and kind of watch how the things unfold. She's pretty decent right now and competitive. She's definitely not going to be one of the most picked characters in the game, I think on any level, but she's fun, easy to use, which people have saying that's one of the reasons why we needed her. We needed more easy to use characters like Mercy. But she also offers a lot of things for somebody to do. So there's a lot of freedom and wiggle room with Brigitte, a pretty darn good ult, and a good mid-fight, but she can't function on her own, and she's pretty easy to shut down with range damage as other characters are. So those are just my initial thoughts about Brigitte. She's OP in certain circumstances, but she's also useless in others, kind of like every character, and that's balance.